Hey, how's it going? My name's Jay. I'm from the Bay Area, Northern California, United States, and I've just finished 7 weeks at LTL in Beijing, and it has been a wonderful experience. I did the two-city combo, which means I was in Beijing for a month, and then I was in Chengde, north of Beijing, for 3 weeks, and both experiences were great. I had 6 hours a day of class in Beijing, so that's 4 hours of class and 2 hours of one-on-one, and the teachers were all wonderful, and my fellow students were amazing. They're great fun. I was very sad to leave Beijing after the first month was over. They were all trying to convince me to stay, but going to Chengde was, I don't know, I think it was probably one of the best things I could have done for my Chinese, because there's no other students, there's no other foreigners. It's like old China in that sense that because you're foreign, people stop and stare at you because they're not used to seeing foreigners. So it's great. I'm just speaking Chinese all the time, and I had, before coming here, I had been looking at other university programs, other, proper Chinese university summer programs, but a friend recommended me to LTL, and I'm really glad I came to LTL because I think the class format is, I imagine that it's much different from what a traditional university would have, but the best thing I liked about LTL were the homestays. So I had 2 different homestays, one in Beijing and one in Chengde, and they were both just awesome. Like, you just get good home cooked food every day, like 3 times a day. This is like amazing service, right? And I go home and have dinner and chat with auntie number 1 and auntie number 2, and it was just both were great fun. And my Chinese, it's a flood. Every day you go to class and learn new words, and then you're out and about and you hear new words, and then you're talking with, or I was talking with auntie, and they give me, hundreds of words every day, and I can't possibly remember them all, but it's good to have them, and I've remembered them in my dictionary. So it's been tremendous fun, and I miss them a lot here in Beijing and in Chengde. And I feel like my Chinese has improved a lot. I don't know how good it is, but I am at least at survival level. I don't need a phrase book when I go around China now. I just need at least a dictionary, and I can do anything I want. Probably the biggest sense of accomplishment I had was in Chengde. I got in the habit of running every morning, and one day I ran out to my point, and I was on the way home, and there was a car stopped on the side of the road and a Chinese guy talking to me. I was listening to my music, so I couldn't hear him. I stopped the music and pulled it out, and then this conversation happens all in Mandarin. He says, "Hey, do you know where Bishi Shanzhuang is?" I said, "Yeah, it's over there." He's like, "Oh, I thought it was over here." "No, man, you're wrong. It's over there." And then he asked me, "So do you know how to get there?" I was like, "Oh yeah, just do a U-turn, go to that bridge, take a right across the bridge, you'll see a little roundabout, make a left at the roundabout, and you'll see it right there. No problem. Really close." He's like, oh, thanks a lot, man." And I put my music back in, and I start running again. It's like, you're a Chinese dude. Why am I giving you directions, man? Like, what the hell is going on here? But I went home and told auntie that story, and she had a great time. I told my teacher in Chengde that, and she had a great. Oh, also, sorry, just another side note. In Chengde, I had 6 hours of lessons, one-on-one lessons every day, and my teacher there was also really great. She, every day she liked to go out to different locations, coffee shops, just sit by the river, nice scenic locations that were comfortable, nice cool air, to do our lessons. And people would always stop and stare, like, "Oh, what the hell is going on here? It's a foreigner, and you're learning Chinese. This is strange." But she was also very great. One thing about her is that whenever we did a lesson, she would make me go out and do the lesson. So day 1 was like buying clothes. So the next day, she made me go to the supermarket and try on clothes. I mean, I didn't want to buy anything, but she just made me try them on just to use the vocabulary. And then I'd have to, auntie wanted to take me to go swimming. I had no trunks. So then teacher took me to the little mall area and made me go try on trunks and negotiate and like do all this stuff in Chinese. So she regularly forced me to be out in the field. And the one thing that happened most is she would always tell me, "All right, today we're going to do our lesson here, take this bus, that bus." And probably one of the biggest exercises of my Chinese, or the biggest proofs of skill that I had, were at least once a week I would get lost trying to take the buses home. So I'd have to ask random people, like, "Hey man, does this bus go to Bishi Shanzhuang?" "Oh no, that's way over there, man. You're way off track." "Oh, okay. So do any of these buses go?" "No, man. You're hopeless." So then I'd get into a taxi and tell the guy, "Da la go," and he'd just take me home. So I got multiple instances to practice like that. So I feel great, and I'm very happy that I came here, and it's all been totally worth it. And if I have the chance, I'm going to come back and do another month or 2.